Ready to stop just reading about network configurations and actually start doing them? Then this video is for you. Every EVNG install comes with one free gift, the VPC node. No downloads, no extra images, just a lightweight end device that's ready the moment you set up your EVNG lab. Now the VPC is the perfect starting point because it's simple, fast, packed with just enough features to test your network. IP configuration, ping, traceroute, even TCP and UDP reachability checks. You don't always need a full VM to validate your design. And that's where VPC really shines. In this video, we'll build a basic VPC configuration from scratch, guiding you through every essential step so you can confidently set up and simulate your end host in EVNG like a pro. And hey, if this helps you learn faster, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe so you don't miss the next video that comes on in.
Once you log into your EVNG and you start creating a new lab, so let's create a new lab, just let's call it VPC, and that will give you the actual canvas. To add one node, I just need to right click on the workspace and select the node. And this is the only node type that is available right out of the box. It's a lightweight, boots instantaneously, and gives me a quick way to simulate an end device for my lab. So if I just go VPC, click save, and it's right here. Now, so that I'm able to connect to my other devices as well or test to my network. So this, I want to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another network here, and I'm going to say management cloud, save, because the reason is that I'm just going to connect to my actual network that I have behind this lab. So let's start the VPC, and you can console. So you double click and it opens up. Now my default application that I've used is actually Secure CRT. You could use PuTTY, doesn't matter, either or does the same job. Once it's running, I can open the console by, as I said, its default name. So right now it's just saying VPC. I want to name it something. I want to maybe call it PC1, PC2, or whatever you want to build. So let's say I want to call it just say PC client, or I just say set PC name and then whatever the name I want, and it's there. Now I'll give it an IP address from my network range that I'm using, which is 192.168.100.0/24 network. So this command that I'm going to show you right sets up the IP and the subnet mask and the default all in one line. So what I can do is I can just run that IP, the IP address I wanted to have, and the gateway, and it's done. And if I do show IP, that basically gives me if it's actually taken it or no. Now, for some reason, if you want to go ahead and just clear that IP address that you want to change your mind, you just issue clear IP, and that just clears it. And now if I go back and do show IP, it's all gone. Now, other option I can do is, this one was a static IP address. What about if I want to go ahead and test DHCP options? Instead of static, I can also let it learn an address with DHCP. With the -D option is cool because it shows me DHCP packets being exchanged, which is great for demos. So we can just go ahead and do DHCP-D, and you'll see that it's actually going through and getting a response back. And right now it's actually got a different IP. If I go to show IP, I can get that. You could just do DHCP and it will just go ahead and grab DHCP packets and it will not give you all the details. So that's up to you how you want to do it. Quick clear IP. And this time, when I do show IP, you see that it's cleared up. I can just issue DHCP, and that will just go ahead and do the DORA process, as you see. And I still get the same IP, but it did not show me the details that I was getting before, where I saw option 1, option 2. These are good things if I want to try and learn how DHCP works. That's another option of kind of noticing that how the packets are going and what kind of response am I getting back. Now with an IP configured, I can test connectivity. Here's a normal just ICMP ping to the gateway if I want. So simply what I can do is, but I noticed that I also can send some TCP pings on say port 22 or a UDP ping on port 161. That lets me check not just layer 3, but also layer 4 reachability if I want. So let's start with a basic ping here. So the first thing we're going to do here is we'll just issue the ping, and I'm going to send 3 pings to my gateway, and yes, I can get it. Now the UDP, sorry, the TCP, let's test that out. And that's letting me test that for UDP. Let's go ahead and test that. The next thing you also want to test is, what about Traceroute? So let's test that. So I can simply run trace. I can also use Traceroute to map the path the packets take. The first one is just an ICMP based, and then we can also run a TCP based. So if you want to run an ICMP based, then that's the command I want to use with an option 1 at the end. And I'm there. The next I want to do is with TCP based with 6 at the end. And there we go, right? If I want to also look at the ARP table, that's also possible. So I can simply run show ARP, and that tells me what the ARP table looks like. How we were simply able to clear the ARP table, we can do the same thing with just running clear ARP, and that clears the ARP table as well. So this is the ARP table, as I was noticing, which is showing the IP to MAC mapping, and clearing it forces the VPC to rediscover neighbors, which is useful when you're troubleshooting and you want to see that what are the other options that are available to me. I can simply do a question mark, and that tells you some other options that you might have. And you can test them all if you like. I am showing you the basic ones that would help you do most of your lab work here. The last thing you want to do is the save configuration. I've given it a PC client. If I turn this thing off, it will lose all the config. So if it does not happen, I can simply use save and saving startup configs to startup. So which basically means is if you turn this device off now and you turn it back on, now once the device is back on, I can simply do a show IP. That tells me that everything is staying the same, what we were expecting when it basically closed. And that's how you add really a VPC into an EVNG. It's a light built-in and a packed with feature like DHCP, ICMP, TCP/UDP pings, Traceroute, ARP, and save and load options. So perfect for a quick lab testing without spinning up heavy virtual machines like a Windows or a Linux. Linux can be lightweight, but not Windows for sure.
And that's a wrap. Using VPC node in EVNG, saw how easy it is to add into a topology, configure IP setting, test connectivity with ping and traceroute, and even work with DHCP and ARP. It's a small tool, but makes a big difference in speeding up your labs. Now, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.